Welcome back to this week's video. I got a really special spot for you this week, but don't look just yet. I gotta tell you how I got here first. So last Tuesday I'm watching YouTube and I start with Larry, work less, enjoy life more, then flip over to Jack, watch some tiny cabin life. And that's when I noticed Jack is in the Paul Bunyan State Forest and I'm thinking, well, I've been there before. And I thought, how cool would it be if I recognized some of his spots? And about halfway through his video, he found something that I had no clue existed. This spot is pretty cool. Let me show you.
There is the lake. And here's the campsite. So yeah, as you can see, there's a little campsite here. I guess someone's put up a little makeshift table. Maybe it's actually a cleaning station for fish. All in all, pretty solid spot. Unfortunately, I do not think I could get the cabin back here. Or if I could, it would wreak havoc on it.
When I heard Jack mention the road conditions, I'm like, yeah, sign me up, because that sounds like heaven to me. So just like me, he left enough breadcrumbs in his video for me to find this place. I knew earlier in the day he was at a fire tower. The cabin was no longer attached to his truck. He wouldn't go far without his cabin. So I jumped on the Onyx and started looking around that area for a lake. And I found it. Oh, beautiful here. .48 degrees. Pretty nice. Figured a hot cup of coffee would be good on a day like today. I thought maybe we'd head out on the lake. Who knows? Maybe even catch a few fish this afternoon. I love it when the camper smells like coffee. Almost thinking the best time to go out there might be when Toby's taking a nap. Unfortunately, I'm starting to see a bunch of water on the ice. Well, she's starting to turn gray. Usually not a good sign. That's like when the honeycomb begins. But let's see how thick this ice is. Plenty of ice yet. Yeah, I think maybe what I'll do, see about getting a line dropped in. We'll put a few holes down and just go from there. Boy, there's a lot of water on the lake. I'm gonna grab the fish locator, rod, reel, a couple of waxies, and see if we can't pull up a crappie or something. We're sitting at about 16 feet of water, just maybe 6 feet over. It's at 10 feet, so I'm hoping that maybe this drop off will catch something. I've got a glow-in-the-dark jig and waxies. Let's see what we can make happen here. Boy, that wind is bucking. We'll see if having Toby out here, it's maybe my good luck charm. This hole we're sitting at about 20. And here we're at about 10. So 10, 20 feet is a pretty decent drop. Maybe what I should do is see if the fish are staying a little bit shallower. Maybe they're all over here. At 10 feet, I should be able to get into some perch or something. I can see my lure on the flasher. Hopefully we see a fish soon. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe what I should do is go pop some holes over by that point. Try and maybe see if I can't find the weed line. Sit right on the edge of that. I think that's about my only chance at getting something tonight. We've got 13 feet in this hole, 7 feet in that hole. This spot's worth trying, I think. Out of nowhere, the flasher completely lit up. And I'm thinking, is that all fish? But looks like it's just bubbles coming to the surface. There we go. There we go. What do we got? Sunny. Awesome. Check that out. We do have fish in this lake. Let's see if we can keep that going. Another double waxy. There we are. It's hard to tell on this medium action rod here. Nice. Little sunny. Perfect. Man, those are pretty fish. You could probably get a small, tiny fillet off that one. This is it right here. There we go. What do we got? A little baby guy. All right. Yeah, you need to go tell your papa that I'm here giving away free food. Let's do that again. Can you believe that sunset? Coming out and finding these places on the weekends, this is what keeps me going all week long. This is an awesome spot. Well, we pulled in a few. It's all right. I think we're gonna go back up to the camper. Maybe get a fire going here soon. Enjoy the sunset and beautiful weather, because it's still like 45 degrees out here. I sure do hope I brought an extra pair of socks. I'm just gonna do a small fire tonight. Something just big enough to warm up supper, get something warm in my stomach before bedtime. Tonight for supper, we're going simple and easy. Brats over the campfire. Does that sound good, Toby? I've been leaving the door open so Toby can come and go as he pleases. He's scared of the dark. And I'm trying to get him over that by letting him choose when he wants to come outside. He's been going in and out, but never stays outside too long. He was a good boy, huh? It's okay that you're scared of the dark. Everybody's scared of something. These brats shouldn't take too long. Initially, I'm thinking I'm not going to win any wars with tonight's supper, but brats over the fire, I mean, those look awesome. I'll take them. Those guys have been cooked to perfection. A little bit of mustard, a little bit of ketchup. Check these out. Look at that. That is awesome. I'm going to enjoy this. Toby and I had a pretty big day today. He's over here passed out. We spent a couple hours here at the campsite earlier this morning, then a couple hours out on the lake. Sometimes it's nice to just have a simple, easy supper. Bring it back old school. Hot dogs or brats over the campfire. See you tomorrow.
That is fantastic news. Now, theoretically, with the sciences, we just need fuel and lightning, and this is going to do something.
Started sprinkling on us a little bit this morning, so we came inside. Trying to get stuff loaded on the computer. You'd be surprised at how many times I forget to push record. Happens in every video. But the sun's starting to come back out. It's looking pretty nice. Toby's still zonked out. This is his bed normally. This is where he sleeps at night, and this is where he likes to sit. But I stole this spot this morning, so now he gets the big bed. In a little bit here, I'm going to go outside, show you a couple of more issues I'm having with the camper. We kind of got into it last week a little bit with the generator compartment. I haven't got anything done there yet, but I'm noticing I got a couple of more issues. Some of it, a little bit more than just maintenance. We'll talk about that in a second. I got to finish this. Buddy, you waking up? One of the issues I'm dealing with, and this happens every year, is the rusty jacks. Every winter I have to sand them down and repaint them. That light doesn't work anymore either. I should swap that out. I bought a new one probably a year ago, just never put it up there. The other issue that I'm having, underneath the camper. Yeah, the bottom floor is coming off. It's too bad that they use such light construction materials. This is basically Luan with a vinyl covering. And if you take a look at this side here, it's plastic. You can tell it's not factory because all the screws, they would have never done that at the factory. That's what I'm going to need to do on this side right here. It's too bad that they would have built it that way, knowing that rear tire is going to be splashing snow and rain and rocks up here. You would have thought they would have built it right the first time. Oh well. Let me show you above this. And this is the floor right above that area. You can see that it's not dry rotted, no water in here. So it's all happening from the outside. I've also got a couple latches that have froze up during the winter. I just moved the whole thing to open the door. Nothing new up on the roof. I've been saying I need to reseal this thing for the last couple of years now. I got her tucked right in the trees. There's something new. I busted off the cap to my sewer vent. Oh boy. I'm sure a tree branch took this off. And it looks like it's open to the elements too. Yeah, I gotta get that fixed. Hopefully I have some silicone or some caulking or something in the truck. I'd like to cover that up today. The seams in the cab lights still looking good. I put this new front nose on probably about 6 years ago. All in all, for what I put the camper through, it doesn't look too bad up here. I need to get this roof sealed this summer. Not even a question about it. Yeah, I could definitely see myself falling. Some of you have noticed the delamination on the side of the camper, and I'm not gonna lie, this camper has leaked in the past, but I've got it all taken care of. I tried fixing that when I took that front nose piece off, just never could get it to lay right. I've got some delamination on the back wall as well. It starts up here in this top corner, and just kind of comes down like so. You can see it when the sun hits it just right. I pulled that whole back wall off a couple of years ago, sealed it all up. It hasn't leaked at all. It's been like that for a couple of years. You ready to go inside? So now let's talk about the truck. Remember a couple of weeks ago I was talking about the possibility of a head gasket being out, but check that out. Yeah, not pressurized in the system anymore. I think replacing the cap took care of the issue, but I'm still going to replace that reservoir. I'm still getting a code for the turbo. It's saying that the vanes are not able to fully open and close. So I'll probably end up having to replace the turbo. I want to stick with a variable vane turbo, and I'm debating on, do I just stick with the 61 millimeter Garrett that's in here, or upgrade to the Mach 2 Stealth turbo from Duramax Tuner. Quicker spool up, I'd get a little bit more power, a little bit better fuel efficiency, and be a little snappier too. Oh, decisions, decisions. I'm just hoping that it lasts a couple of more months. I'm gonna have to check the Weather Channel, see if we're gonna get any rain. Looks like we're in the clear. Perfect time to get a fire going. The Weather Channel says we're not going to get any rain, but I've got this weather station and it's forecasting rain. We'll see who's right. It's nice being able to hear the birds again. Really feels like spring here. Two fishermen showed up last night. That's it. I haven't seen anybody else here. I had the camper door open and I could hear someone pulling a sled down the road, so I stepped outside. Two guys going out fishing, and he's like, "How did you get your truck back here? That is awesome. The road's really not that bad." And they went fishing for a couple hours. When they were done, they ended up pulling their truck down here. Once they saw that I got down here with the camper, gave them a little bit of courage. But the road's really not that bad. I've said it before on the channel, if you're willing to push your truck and camper just a little bit, you can find some amazing spots. You might get stuck. It's happened to me. It'll happen again, I'm sure. It's all part of the adventure. Gotta pay to play. I don't want to make it sound easy though. Finding these spots is a lot of hard work. Oh, check out what I just found. This is a tiny bird's nest. Do you know what kind of bird that would be? Have such a small nest. You just never know what you're going to find out here. Awesome. It's another campsite over there. Are you guys seeing this? We got to check that out. Having a drone comes in handy for scouting these forest roads. Let's see if it's drivable. Well, there you go. It happens every once in a while. It's better wasting the battery life on the drone than it is putting the truck all the way down there just to find a locked gate. Let's talk about supper. Tonight, not a typical camping meal, but it's going to be delicious. First, we'll start with an onion. Mandy makes this often. She calls them cheeseburger sliders. Her kids and I absolutely love these things. And they microwave really, really good. That's why I'm making them tonight. Because if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I always have leftovers. Let's get this cut up. I should have checked this better. It's kind of soft. It smells pretty potent. I think this has been froze before. Oh well, let's get her done. I'm just going to use half of it. Going to go a little bit of olive oil in the pan. Then we're going to put the onions right over the top of the fire. Those coals look perfect. This shouldn't take too long at all. All right, they look nice and translucent, so we know they're done. Next in, pound of hamburger. To this, we're going to add in a teaspoon of black powder, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of garlic powder, and then we're just going to brown this. I'm using an extra lean hamburger. I think it's 96%. I want as little grease in there as possible. Almost done. I put the pan at an angle so all the grease would drip off there. And then what I'm going to do is soak it up with paper towels. This is so much easier than using a spoon to spoon it out. Yes, it does get a little hot on the fingers. Perfect. Now we can bring this back inside. Step one complete. Joey, this is going to cool down. I'll show you what we do next. We got to grab the mayo and mustard. We're going to add this right into the hamburger. That's looking good. So we're going to add in half a cup of mayo. We'll mix that up. And then a couple of squirts of mustard. Then mix it up. I know the recipe sounds weird, but just stick with me. Once that's done, we're going to take 12 pack of wine rolls, cut them in half. Just like that. And then I'm going to take this baking pan, melt a little bit of butter in there, because the buns are going to be going in the bottom of that. Once that's done, we're going to start building the sliders. First up, this guy right here. And then we're going to line the bread with cheese, put our filling right on top of that. With our filling all spread out, we're going to add more cheese to the top. And then we're going to cap it all off. And I got a little bit of this butter. I'm going to put it right on top of the buns. Those are looking great. Let's get this oven preheated, 350 degrees. This is going to take about 15 minutes. These are smelling delicious. I think it's time to come out. All right, taste test time. Look at that. Believe me, that's going to be good. The trick with these is the layer of cheese on the bottom keeps the buns from getting soggy. The mayo really helps the meat stay moist, so tomorrow when I microwave these things, they're still going to be really, really good. I got the generator going for a little while, try and charge up the house batteries. The furnace has been running non-stop today. A lot of times I just leave the door wide open. That way, especially at night, Toby can come and go as he pleases. He's scared of the dark. I'm trying to break him of that, but I want him to do it on his own. I don't want to push him out there. I'm hoping that if he sees me sitting by the fire, he'll come out too. Just about done. Toby's gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go for a walk outside, and then it's gonna be bedtime. Gonna get the generator shut off and call it a night. That strap was blowing in the wind. I saw it move. I'm like, what is that? This is strange. I came outside. Holy buckets. It's like 11:30 at night. Someone completely unloaded a magazine out here. At first I thought it was the lake, but no, not after that. What the heck? It's a ways away. It's all the way across the lake. These are just some of the things that happen when you're out on state forest lands. Yeah, it's nothing to worry about. We should probably get back up to the camper. That was falling through for a second. We made her back, safe and sound. It's like 35 degrees out here. It's not too bad. Tomorrow they're talking mid-40s again. It's awesome. It is late. I'm tired. See you in the morning. I really have to thank Jack from Tiny Cabin Life, because if it wasn't for his video a couple of weeks ago, you wouldn't be out here with me this weekend. It was nice how he gave just enough pieces of the puzzle for me to put everything together. We knew he was in the Paul Bunyan State Forest. We knew that he was by a fire tower. We knew that he didn't have his cabin connected, which meant when I went onto Google Maps, I knew that I wouldn't find a designated trail leading me here. So I started looking at all the lakes, probably 50 or more, and I found the site exactly that he showed by zooming in on Google Maps. So that was pretty cool. I hope that you guys are able to do the exact same thing when you watch my videos, because that's half the fun of it, is getting here. If I just gave this stuff to you free and easy, yeah, it wouldn't be as exciting as it is when I first pulled in here and saw that fish cleaning table. I did notice that there's another lake about 4 miles from here. Zoomed in up on it, looks like there might be another camp spot. Not the one that we saw on the drone yesterday, unfortunately that's gated off and locked, but I'm gonna go check out another spot this morning. Maybe we'll know where we're gonna be in a future video. You ready to go? No. I could easily spend a week here. 3 days is not enough. I'm excited to go check out this lake. If I can find another place to go camping, I mean, that's just awesome. I mean, we've been doing this for nearly 3 years. A new campsite almost every single weekend. That's a lot of free camping. It'd be nice if I can spot another one. It's like I said yesterday, these campsites, they take some work to find. But it's totally been worth it. I think we got about a half mile to go. Hopefully there's no locked gates down here. Oh no. See what I see? This right here. Dang it. Oh, so close, so close. Looks like this is the end of the road. But you've been hanging out with Toby and I all weekend long. That's definitely long enough. Swing over to Jack's channel, Tiny Cabin Life. Thank him for giving us all the information that we needed to have this awesome weekend. We'll do this again next Tuesday. Until then, be kind, be honest. We'll see you down the road. Yo, late. Now I gotta back up all the way out of here. Are you okay? Let's go.